Thank you. NYCC2014.
You and your Steve Miller are awesome.
Thank you.
Where is he?
He's in Toronto, shooting a television show right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What am I doing? Okay.
Okay. Can I have a picture with you?
Yeah, sure.
I don't. Software transfer. Okay. Thank you.
Which one was on Animals?
I was on Animals.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, that was me.
I love that show when I was a kid.
Yeah, I was on Animals, and then I did a show called In a Heartbeat for Disney, and then Aaron was Jimmy Olsen on Smallville, and Jinxie on Wednesday 13. So we get a lot of, twins. It happens all the time.
Yeah, because you look exactly the same.
Yeah, we're twins.
I can't even.
So, what's your favorite thing about working on the following?
I am.
I like, I'm really lucky, obviously, to have an incredible scene partner 99% of the time for Kevin Bacon. So that's huge draw coming into the show and also continuing. I mean, he's a great actor. I really look up to him, and I said in the panel today that he sort of makes you bring your A game. You don't want to not bring a really well thought out performance when you're on screen with Kevin, because he certainly has. So I really enjoy that, and I like the unpredictable nature of our show. It's a little scary as an actor because you never know. Oh my God, is this going to be the episode where I go? It's a bit nerve-wracking. Yeah. But what it does for the show and for the audience is that, when Ryan or Mike or Max or whoever is going into a dark room for the 20th time this season, which we do, it's not like a normal procedural where it's like, oh well, those are our main characters, they're going to be fine. The tension is always there because you never know. Someone could just jump out and stab these guys, stab one of these characters that we've learned to love or get to know really well, and that to me makes it continues to make the show interesting to be on.
So we've gotten some hints that there's going to be a bit of a time jump.
Yeah.
Where are we going to find you?
You find, I think it's about 9 months to a year, the time jump, and we find Mike coming back to New York after leading a task force in South America to hunt down the considerable gray fortune. They're billionaires, which allowed them to sort of have all these hideaways and run from the law, escape countries. So we've sort of gotten on the track that we could shut down some of this funding in hopes that it will flush Mark Gray into the open, and that's all I want to do. I want to kill him. I want to get him. Mike still has this revenge journey that he's on, but we find him in a pretty dark place, coming back to the country, and then also, unfortunately, there was this really nice relationship that started with Mike and Max, Ryan's niece, at the end of last season, and he made the decision to go and sort of left Max, and so they still have feelings for each other, but Max has moved on. It's been a year. She has a boyfriend, and Mike steps back into that, not really knowing what the situation's going to be, and realizing that she's moved on. So there's still a spark between them, and we sort of, that's where we start, and we'll see where that relationship goes.
Great, thank you.
Right, we're just on our last question.
Anyone?
Your character, starting when you started in season 1, it's had a big journey.
Yeah.
And as far as, can we talk a little bit about that and what parts of that you brought to it, or how it all evolved with you?
Well, when I first read the pilot, Mike was this really green, fresh-faced, idealistic agent, and I think it worked as a really nice counterbalance to Ryan Hardy, who was so dark and so closed up, and Mike was wide open, said exactly what he felt, emotional, all that stuff. So, to be honest, as far as the journey that Mike has taken, I never had a conversation with Kevin Williamson or any of the writers saying, I'd really like to take Mike into a dark place. I think that in episode 8 of the first season, where I get kidnapped and the crap kicked out of me, I think there's a darkness there and a level of emotion that I think they saw and said, that's interesting, let's run with that. So I'm not sure that it was fully mapped out that Mike would take this journey. It also worked as an interesting balance to Ryan's journey. It was a mirror to what happened to Ryan. We didn't necessarily see on screen all of the moments that made Ryan Hardy this affected, tortured man. We knew that it had to do with Joe Carroll. We saw some of the beats, but to see in real time Mike essentially going through the journey that Ryan went through was a nice sort of mirror. And ultimately, we've got to this point where these men are sort of at the same place, or at the end of last season they were, and Ryan is now pleading for Mike not to go as far as he went. So, as far as me having input into that, I really didn't. We just sort of played it along, and I think sometimes when a storyline or, maybe what I was bringing to that character, sort of they thought, wow, that's interesting, let's play off that. But it really is, all in the hands of our very capable writers. So,
Thanks so
awesome.
much.
Thanks, guys. Good to see you. Yeah, take care, guys.